Welcome back to Closing Bell South Africa. I'm Chris Bishop, and we're talking fraud now. 100 billion rand. That's how much money PwC estimates has been lost to fraud in South Africa alone. Now, a company called iPlate Technology has come up with the digital tools to fight corporate crime in a practical way. Could this be a way forward for regulation? Could it help people save money? Now, joining me for more is Devandran Naikar, the Group Managing Director of iPlate Technology. There's a lot at stake here, 100 billion rand here. How easy is it for companies to actually get ripped off in the first place?
So let's look at it. We're in the digital age. People spend billions of dollars on systems and solutions in the background, but nobody spends money to secure the document itself. Everyone believes that secure paper does it, and all we rely is, let's go to the bank. When you want a proof of banking details, you get a printout of your letter, and they put a $2 stamp, and that's the security. With today's technology, I can copy that in less than a minute. I can go down to any signage shop, make the stamp, and print any document because there's very little detail in the printed document. So what we've decided is, how do we curb this and help corporate South Africa? So we've developed a solution to actually take the data that's in the document, digitally encrypt it for you, and then secure it just from an authentication point of view. We represent it as a QR code. And the simple process is you can then make sure that the end user has the ability to validate that type of information.
And it's amazing, as I said, how simple it can be. I mean, not too long back, or a couple of years ago, we interviewed here a man called Frank Abagnale, who was the man they made the Leonardo DiCaprio film Catch Me If You Can. And he told us, he said, look, mate, all I need to rip you off every penny you've got is your Facebook account. I'll get your date of birth there, and I'll find your signature somewhere on a PDF. If I got those two things, I can take everything you've got.
That's 100%. People believe that PDFs are secure documents.
Yeah.
And my God, does it take you less than, like I said, 30 seconds, I can change your proof of banking details with the same bank stamp and change it to be all my bank details and submit it, and somebody can easily dupe you for whatever amount they want to. Like I said, because the onus is put on infrastructure from all technology companies, in the financial services industry, in the educational sector. They put the emphasis on their systems internally. But the documents that they share in the general public domain is not actually that secure, because all they do is they put this $2 stamp on. So let's take, I can graduate you with whatever university degree you want, because everyone places emphasis on the secure paper, not on the data. With today's PDF crackers, I can scan a document, give myself whatever degree I want, scan a pay slip, give myself whatever salary I want, and I can drive off with the latest Ferrari tomorrow.
Incredible.
So there's your billion rand just adding up.
And also, like, being taken away by fraud. I mean, just give us quick, before we talk a bit more about the solutions, an example of a company you come across. I mean, how much and how quickly did they lose money through fraud?
So let's take a company like ourselves. I was on a flight to Namibia. Somehow my email got hacked whilst I was working at the airport, and a fraudulent email address clone sent through to my FD, because they've obviously picked out how I write my emails. And they said, we've provided this training as myself, representing myself. Kindly please process the emergency payment of 200,000. And that was done in a matter of, I would say, 20 minutes. They had processed it. By the time I landed in Namibia, the only time I picked it up is because I got copied on the proof of payment. And when I checked back with my finance team, they said, but Dev, you've authorized this. And I was nowhere near an email, because I was sitting, what, 12,000 feet up in the sky, no access to email, and somebody just cloned it, knowing that, and they duped us. But I'm just one story. There's millions of other stories. If you look at, you can go into downtown Joburg, you can get a payslip, a proof of employment, all done for you for less than 500 rand.
Jeez. So how can business people out there watching this program, how can they protect themselves? Because, I mean, one would have thought, after all of this 100 billion rand in fraud, there'd be systems everywhere to protect yourself. What can you do?
There are systems. People protect themselves against hacking into the infrastructure, but nobody's protecting the actual document that's used. And that's where we come into play. In the terms of our solution takes your actual data of the document, we digitally encrypt it for you and secure it back onto that document. So you can now print it with normal paper bought from any copy shop. You no longer have to worry about secure paper, because we then authenticate the data of the document in the document for you. And simple, as an end user, You can pull out your smartphone, download a simple app that's available free of charge, scan the document, it'll tell you it's either valid from source or it's actually a copy, and you can physically check each line of the document.
And how much you think there is in this industry of yours? I mean, do you think that the industry itself is in its infancy, even though fraud obviously has got a doctorate?
Like I said, everyone in industry, there's probably over 1,000 companies in South Africa that provide technology and security systems. We are unique in our position is that we've decided, how do we protect you as the end user? How do we give you confidence of the information that you have can be authenticated? So we've decided to secure the data for you rather than just providing infrastructure and systems for people that they cannot hack. So we've taken the fight to the actual real face interface where people still place emphasis on physical documents. Think of the example of child grants. People are able to copy a birth certificate, take it to the police station, get it Commissioner of Oaths, same, $2 stamp, makes it secure. And I go and claim grants, costing South African Home Affairs Department millions of rands each month in fraudulent transactions.
Anyway, well, let's wish you all the luck in the fight, the good fight, shall we say, protecting people's hard-earned cash against fraudsters and criminals. Thank you very much. That was Devendra Naika, the Group Managing Director of iPlate Technology.